Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Guys, I wanted to take a quick moment to go over some very interesting news, some things that have been talked about as rumors as well. And I think that a lot of this information is what we're seeing as a catalyst for the little bit of a price surge for XRP. It went from roughly around 25 cents to 30 cents, or at least where we're seeing it right now. Now, of course, before we get into the news, I want you all to take a quick look at fiatleak.com. This is the site we're looking at right now. You can get the price of XRP in real time. You can also see that there's the chart there for visual to kind of give you an understanding that within the last 24 hours, we've had a nice little spike there with XRP's price. You can also see on the right hand side that there's a map of the entire world that will be utilizing or is utilizing XRP currently, again, all in real time. And as you can see, there's a lot of XRP traffic heading into the United States and out of the United States just as well. It makes sense with the talk that we've heard about the different corridors being created from the United States, for example, to Mexico. And that's actually an example being used in some of the news in the actual video here. So I want to kind of utilize that as well. But just really quickly, again, this is fiatleak.com. Highly suggest you guys take a quick look at this here. And I would actually put it as something on your phone so you can take a look at it every single day. Like I said, you get the price of XRP in real time. And interesting enough, the price is steadily going up. It's been interesting. I've been trying to get a gauge on where we might see the price of XRP, and there are definitely some people out there that do some TA work when it comes to what we could possibly see. You have to take a lot of that information with a grain of salt. I was going to show a TA chart, the very interesting TA chart as a matter of fact, but I might actually reserve that for Twitter. But nonetheless, guys, this right here is showing you everything in real time. And like I said, there's a lot of activity taking place with XRP, especially in the United States. Outside of that, guys, a little bit of the news that I want to quickly go over. Now, I've seen this news passed around today, and I wanted to quickly go over it because I think it's absolutely evident that we're seeing more banks looking at the cryptocurrency ecosystem as a way to merge into this, whether they're going to utilize blockchain or the distributed ledger technology. And here we have Wells Fargo is going to pilot a new distributed ledger internal settlement in 2020 called Wells Fargo Digital Cash. Now, thanks to XRP Crypto Wolf for summarizing yet again another article talking about a bank getting themselves immersed into this ecosystem. Here we have the article coming from the Block Crypto, where we see that the header of it, Wells Fargo to launch its own digital currency on its own blockchain for payments. Now, the takeaway from this article, guys, is the most important part about this. It will be built on R3's Corda platform. That right there is absolutely huge because it gives Wells Fargo just another means to reach out to all the banks and financial institutions and businesses out there that are already part of R3's Corda platform, or basically R3's Corda enterprise. And if you have any understanding of what they're capable of doing when it comes to taking care of value, they can actually utilize the Corda settler, which right now has the settlement mechanism using XRP for payments. So really, guys, at this point in time, the sky's the limit when it comes to how big this can actually get for all of these companies merging with R3, merging with RippleNet, utilizing XRP as a way for payments to be processed back and forth. I understand that the Corda settler will also offer different types of currencies, but right now, again, the primary settlement mechanism is XRP. You can definitely visit and check the information about Corda settler a little bit more formally. And of course, guys, this right here is just another stepping stone to let you know that big banks are absolutely getting themselves immersed into this ecosystem slowly but surely. And what's interesting about this news right here is the information we're getting right alongside of this. Now, the timing of Wells Fargo announcing that they're working hand in hand basically with R3 couldn't be any more perfect. Now we have MasterCard announces blockchain cross-border payment partnership with R3 just as well. Guys, this right here is an article coming from Yahoo Finance. Basically, I think that it all is being said right there in the title, but if you wanted a little bit more information about this, what you can see is that MasterCard will continue to process, clear, and settle the international payments, but the partnership grants MasterCard access to R3's Corda ecosystem, which has already already being used by companies including Microsoft, Intel, and Accenture. R3 announced earlier this year that they will be working on integrating Corda into SWIFT, a payments network that estimated to move more than $200 billion each day. So guys, you can see how big this is getting. I mean, I don't know how much more this can be expressed here, that we really have something growing right underneath our noses here, and the fact that we're all part of this ecosystem right now as early adopters is absolutely crazy. It's the most intriguing thing ever to see these major companies hopping on board with companies we have been looking into and studying for quite some time, and their link and affiliation with Ripple right alongside that they are going to be possibly utilizing XRP as a way to transfer value back and forth, whether they do it directly or indirectly. We definitely have these connections being made. So guys, very, very big news. Again, Wells Fargo, now MasterCard, linking together with R3. Absolutely huge, guys. A couple other things I want to quickly go over as well. Now, this news has been passing around like wildfire today, and obviously and rightfully so. Here we have an article from the Daily Huddle talking about rumors of Ripple and Coinbase partnership spreading after conference in Paris. Now, guys, you have to take this with a grain of salt because of how this is being portrayed. Of course, it is a rumor, but nonetheless, it is very intriguing as to how this rumor came about. And I wanted to kind of quickly go over this top portion of the article. What we can see is that a recent discussion at the OECD Global Blockchain Policy Forum in Paris is triggering rumors of a partnership between Ripple and Coinbase. The head of Ripple's Global Institutional Markets team, Brianne Madigan, joined a panel on regulation in digital finance. When talking about Ripple's XRP-powered cross-border payment solution XRapid, Madigan used Coinbase as an example of a company that could use XRapid to move value around the world. Here's what she said. "We signed a deal with MoneyGram to help facilitate their cross-border flows. So there's an example of, say, someone who lives in the US and wants to send Mexican pesos back to Mexico. So the way it works is, through our partnership, we send MoneyGram's flow to one of what we call our originating exchanges. Say it's Coinbase in the US as an example. The US dollar gets swapped to XRP there, and then they get sent across the border to a local exchange in Mexico, call it Bitso in this example. Bitso then takes the XRP and swaps it into a local Mexican pesos. Now, guys, the funny thing about this here is that we already know about Bitso. We already know that it's part of the corridor between the United States and Mexico, and it is absolutely being utilized right now. As a matter of fact, I believe in one of my last videos, I actually talked about how Alex Cobb had kind of kept up with this information regarding the amount of money and flow that's happening right now within Bitso relative to XRP. So we're definitely seeing a lot of things ramping up, guys. And of course, I just showed you that fiatleak.com site where we're actually seeing what's happening with the XRP basically being utilized by countries such as the United States, and there was a lot of money going in and out of the United States just simply by that map. So we are definitely seeing XRP moving back and forth very regular right now. And of course, with the price jump going from roughly around 25 cents to 30 cents within a one-day period of time, and now we're seeing all of this news here, I just find it very intriguing. And again, the takeaway from all this, guys, is that she used the example of Bitso right then. She says, call it Bitso in this example, but then she also is mentioning Coinbase as part of this example. This is what's leading to the rumor that Ripple has quite possibly had some sort of partnership with Coinbase because of how she is actually expressing this example. Again, we already know about Bitso. That is absolutely true. Is Coinbase now, as far as this rumor is concerned, part of some sort of partnership with Ripple? I don't necessarily know. I don't think that we will be getting that answer immediately, but it's something that could possibly leak out in the near future, especially again with what we know about with Bakkt coming out on the 23rd. Things are most certainly ramping up for that alone, and now we're getting this kind of information here. Guys, the news is really out there. It is of abundance, if you will, with the entire cryptocurrency ecosystem growing the way it is. My guess is that this right here could absolutely be true, and we just simply didn't even know about it. Non-disclosure agreements just as well could be part of this. Who knows? But I will say, if we happen to see any type of Ripple Coinbase partnership taking place, I will most certainly alert you guys to this. I will also guarantee you're going to see this everywhere on Twitter just as well. I want to quickly go over a couple other things that I think are actually going to be a spark for what's happening for Ripple and XRP just as well. Now, this bit of information, I definitely have to give credit to Alex Cobb, and of course there are other people in the XRP community that kind of put their heads together to collectively get this information together. But Alex posted a tweet just recently that says, XRP now available to 81 million mobile app users in Japan. 64% of Japan's population now have a direct access to purchase XRP through the Line app, and this is actually in affiliation with BitMax. You can take a quick look here. This is actually posted on Alex Cobb's site, the xrpdaily.com. A lot of useful information on a regular basis here, but again, what we can see is that XRP now available to 81 million mobile app users in Japan. And this is kind of collected here through the help of other people such as XRP Research Center on Twitter, where they posted September 17, 2019, BitMax virtual currency trading service that can be accessed from the Line Wallet tab on Line's official page there on Twitter. This is something that is being used by 81 million people or more monthly in Japan, and they just launched the support for XRP on that Line wallet. So guys, huge news when it comes to the availability of all of these people. 81 million plus people in Japan have now the availability to get themselves into XRP through this particular method here. So very big connections being made here. Again, thank you for this information, Alex Cobb, and obviously XRP Research Center. Definitely give those guys a follow, guys. But you can see this is absolutely stretching out to the furthest reaches they possibly can in this immediate time frame. And this is just the beginning stages. So you can see how a lot of people are getting excited about what's happening for Ripple, XRP, for the growth with all these companies hopping on board, all these banks and financial institutions in some form or fashion, or most certainly getting themselves immersed in this ecosystem, and it's not stopping, guys. I'm going to say there's definitely a lot more news out there, and I want to kind of save that for another video. I don't want to make this one too long-winded, but I'm showing you guys that there is a lot of things happening. Traction is building up. And of course, again, you just saw some growth at the beginning of this video there with XRP in a short amount of time. I understand it's only about 5 cents, but guys, that's 5 cents more than where we were at just a day ago. So let me know what you guys think about all this information here. Of course, if you are new to the channel, please go to my Coil site and visit that, and you can watch the videos through that method as well. It really helps this channel out because I get paid through XRP. Or you could just simply share this video out there to as many people as you possibly can. If you are new to the channel, please hit the like and subscribe button just as well. Outside of that, guys, thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.